Assalamu alaikum. This is Mariam, your host. Welcome back to another episode of our podcast. So today we have a member of our Project Ramadan team, Aarij. Nice to see you.
Yes.
So why don't you introduce yourself and what you do with PR?
Of course. So I am part of the executive team with Project Ramadan. I'm mostly part of the build event. So the organizing, setting it up, deciding on the location, whether it's good or not. And then when it comes to the events, I am usually in charge of the transport team. And I'm also part of logistics. So when the beneficiaries come, I sign them in. It used to be Aisha's job. She's another board director. But now,
Nice, nice. There's a lot of fluctuation within our team. So it seems like you do everything, right? With PR, a little bit of everything.
exactly. I like to have all the hats on, but like you said, there's some turnover sometimes,
Yeah.
and it's a small team, so
Yeah.
we try to contribute where we can.
Well, at the end of the day, it's volunteer, right? So of course, like with volunteers, that happens. But tell us like a little behind the scenes of what goes on at PR.
Of course. So before the event starts, we all have to get the locations ready. We have to get the product that goes in the baskets, getting that ready.
Yeah.
We have to get partnerships with the beneficiaries so we know who's getting the baskets, and obviously getting all the items at the site before the day begins. And then we have to set up, and as we get closer, it progresses.
So I think a lot of people, they don't know what it takes, right? Behind the scenes. There's a lot of little things, a lot of planning that happens. What do you think are challenges that are underestimated that maybe, people don't know about that we deal with?
So one of the challenges that seems to be coming up more often now is the location, especially it being in winter.
Yeah, that's tough.
We used to be able to host these events outside, but now it's getting harder. And with the event space, with the items we have, and our items, when you put the baskets together, they can be quite heavy.
Okay.
So we need specialized equipment to get them in and out. So not all inside locations due to the marks that can leave.
Yeah.
So just having that, I guess, negotiations with the partners and the landowners to get them to basically let us use the sites.
Yeah, that is tricky. And I think like we both chuckled at the whole winter thing because, when I was part of the exec team, it was in the summer. Ramadan obviously is based on the lunar calendar, so it shifts 11 days every year. And it used to be in the summer, it was no problem. You do it outside, it's a fun event. But now with winter, there's a lot of like organization that needs to happen to make sure that whatever place we have is big enough, right? And how we're going to get the food there. So there's just, those like challenges that, let's say, are not there when you're doing something outdoor.
Definitely.
Right.
Yeah.
Health and safety is another thing,
Yeah.
right? Okay, that's interesting. And of
Yeah.
course, that's a big deal. In terms of like fundraising, walk us through fundraising. Like, how does it operate with Project Ramadan?
Of course. So because we're building food baskets, all the items that go in there, they have a cost to it.
Yeah.
So a lot of volunteering that you do, let's say you do a garbage pickup or something like that, the cost of the items that you're using, it's not that high. So you go out, you have a garbage bag, you can just go pick up, and it's mostly volunteering your time. So with us, the fundraising actually helps us get the product that the baskets are being built with. And that's the food that's being distributed. So fundraising directly contributes to us being able to achieve our goal. And without that, we wouldn't be able to do it.
Absolutely. Right. I think it's $90, right? Right now for a bag of groceries, basically, the staple food items that we're giving. It wasn't like that 4 years ago. It was cheaper.
Yeah.
Right. So there's that inflation that we need to factor in too. So donations become even more important.
And with us also, the $90, that's what it costs us because we purchase so much in bulk and we burn.
A key point. That's a key point. Yeah.
Exactly. If you go out and buy buy the basket of food, it could be as close to even 150, even more than that, especially with the inflations these days. So with our project, we're able to get it at a reduced cost and make your fundraising dollars go a lot further than you would if you just went out and even gave the money to a family.
So you're basically saying that if a family goes to the grocery store, it's not $90.
Well, definitely not. I went to the grocery store, $90. It's like a small basket of food.
A small basket.
See how expensive everything is.
Wow. And we're giving basically 2 bags of different contents in each bag and big sizes as well.
Yes, there's a lot of food that goes into it. And it can, I believe, like a month, it supports the family at least. So it is quite a lot of food.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So let's talk about families, right? So how does Project Ramadan support families?
Of course. So I brought up our beneficiaries earlier. So we partner with different food banks, and we're also a collective of Muslim Welfare Canada, which also has their own food banks. So they have families that register with them for the food, and they would come to our events. It's part of my job at the events is when the beneficiaries come in, they sign for, okay, we have these many baskets, we load them onto their trucks, and then they take it away and then they distribute to families in need. So this makes it easier because we don't have to directly go out and find the families. But these food banks, they already are serving the community. We are part of that. We just want to help achieve their goals. So we're basically complementary if you think of the food bank.
Yeah. So it's organizations, groups of organizations that help us kind of deliver those items to families.
Exactly.
That's good. I mean, and maybe talk a little bit about which families and which organizations we work with. Like, for example, it's not necessarily Muslim organizations, right?
Definitely. So yesterday at just our event, we had Save Food Bank. We also had Dixie Bloor Food Bank. These are, again, not religiously affiliated with Muslims. So our goal is to help families in need, whatever their religion is, whatever their background is. We're just trying to get out there and help people in need. Even Muslim welfare outside of it, they have food banks in downtown Toronto where they go and they help people, just whatever families come in, right? We don't really discriminate by that. It's just
Yeah, of
helping
course.
where we can.
That's awesome. That's a really important point, right? That we want to get out there is that it's not just Muslim families, it's honestly everyone that is in need. So thanks for that. In terms of like you, right? You have your own life,
Definitely.
right? You're doing this, you're a volunteer. What motivates you to stay?
So that is, again, that's one of the reasons we have a smaller team. We are all volunteers that work. And again, it's part of the mission that is happening because we are giving back to these community or families in need. I myself, like I said, when I go to the grocery store, I'm seeing how the prices are rising.
Wow.
So that is motivating me.
Okay.
And like I mentioned, your donation dollars, sometimes when you're donating to these charities, you don't know where the money is going or how it's being distributed. This way, I see what my time is being spent on and how I'm directly contribute.
Yeah. So you as an individual, right, you feel like, hey, I'm contributing my
Exactly.
time, right? And maybe even your donations as well. And that's one piece of it, right?
Yeah.
But then you have the community. How critical do you think like community is with Project Ramadan?
So important. Like at our events, like you see the people that they come in, they haven't met each other for a very long time. They're like, oh, I did this program or this program. We're even within that at our events, we're building communities. And then they want to come more to our events and they want to help and guide and also just contribute more, right?
Yeah.
So we build community in that sense. And then obviously when we give back to people in need or families in need, it makes our community stronger.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's critical, right? Like we are one piece of the puzzle.
Exactly.
Right? We have so many pieces in our community and to work together, especially with food insecurity as being a really big issue within Canada, it brings us together.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what I think Project Ramadan is.
Yeah.
That's what we do. And that's what's really important, I think, to give back to the community. So I appreciate your time speaking
so
with
much.
us
Yeah.
today. And that's it, folks. That is the end. And we hope to have another podcast next week for you. Take care.